Yeah, Kefe, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, good. Very
Good.
anxious to our live today.
Great, because we have a great topic today, and it is why doing everything on your own is actually breaking you. And I know we can all find ourselves in that topic. I think every woman, every mom, every working mom can find herself in that topic. So we're going to dive into it today. But maybe before you want to tell the viewers, who are we?
Yes, well, we are a community. First of all, we're sisters, real sisters, but we're a community of ambitious moms dedicated to self-awareness and personal growth. And we want to align motherhood, career fulfillment, and just joy. Be happy without all the guilt and burnout. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
the main
So
thing.
if this is you, then you're in the right place, and we're happy to have you here. So let's dive into our
If it's
topic
not, you
today.
send it to a friend that it is.
What?
I said, if it's not you, so send it to a friend that is.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So why trying to do everything alone is actually breaking us? And why are we so ashamed of asking for help, saying that we need help? Where does it all start?
Yeah. Well, I think, first of all, I have to say that for a long time, I was suffering from that disease of trying to do everything by myself. And it took me a few years. I think motherhood actually kind of put things in perspective, what I can and what I can't do. And well, we'll talk more about it later about, prioritize and things like that. But I think that it starts, for me, it starts from really, the beliefs that I have, things that I was told when we were little about being like, you have to do it by yourself to prove that you're worthy. Or, I remember seeing our mom, very ambitious woman, good in her career, very successful. And I remember her doing everything by herself. Now, it's not that our dad didn't do things, but I saw her juggling all the
Yeah.
time, all the time,
Trying to
working
hold
long.
so many balls in the air.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that this is what I saw, that if I want to be successful in what I do and also be a mom, so this is how it has to be. This is what I thought.
And
Yeah.
this is what it means to be a good woman, right? We talk a lot about this thing in
Yeah.
other live streams, but you kind of get this message that if you want to be a good woman, you need to be successful, you need to be a good mother, you need to look good, you need to be healthy, you need to be all of
And the
these things.
house needs to be organized, and
The
there's have
house
to
needs to be
be
clean.
food in the fridge and
Yeah.
healthy food, not something that you have in your fridge and it's something you prepared yourself. It have to be,
Yeah.
Cooked.
But it has
And
to be always on your own, like you had to do it yourself, right?
yes.
And the problem is that this belief system is just draining us, and it's leaving us exhausted, broken, always chasing this kind of goal to succeed in everything. And when there is everything to succeed in, then you're never there. You never achieve everything because there's no such a thing. It's a lie. It's a myth, right? You will
Yeah.
never be perfect in everything. That doesn't exist.
But as I think it's not just our beliefs and the things that we learned at home. At home, that showed us that. I think still now with social media, you keep seeing that. You see that on Facebook. People are happy. They're doing that and that. She's a special mom. She can do everything.
Yeah.
She go to work. She's really successful at work, but at the same time, she have all this time for her kids. And I think today I found a way to do both in a certain way that fit me, but there was prices to pay, and I decided which price I prefer.
You
So
prioritized.
yeah, I prioritize, and I feel good with what I decided. But I
Because
think
you
each
prioritized according to your values.
exactly. So I think each women have to decide for her own.
Yeah. We'll
And
get
and,
we'll
and
get
if
to it.
Yeah, if we look
We'll get to it a
just
bit
to
later.
understand what defined my value. So, who defined my values? Is it the beliefs that I have, that I saw, what I saw at home? Is it the environment? Is the expectation from school? I have to tell you, because I have kids in school, yours is still a baby, giving homework. And a lot of homework, and then the teacher is sending to the message to the parents, and I'm like, do you want me to make the homework? I mean, I tell them to do the homework. They don't always do that. And also, it also one of the things that always makes me feel, am I disappointing the teacher that my
Mm,
kids didn't do homework because I didn't, tell them again and again and again. And I find
yeah,
myself in a certain point saying, I'm not going to tell him, or I mean, all the time that I have with my kids in the afternoon, I'm not going to make it a time that I'm just yelling at them, do your homework. This is not
yeah.
what I want from our afternoon. So also that the environment is expecting you to be something, to make sure that everything is in a certain way. Yeah, so it's what you
Let's
see and also what you're expected.
let's talk a little bit about the environment and about how it's not just what you hear right now, because these expectations to succeed and to do it all on your own is actually going from so far back. Like if you look at culturally and historically, right, in patriarch culture, women were measured by their beauty and by their fertility, right? This was their main goal, to be beautiful, to pleasure the men, to be a good mom, and to bring kids. And in some cultures,
Boys.
if you did boys, in some cultures, if you didn't bring boys and you brought only girls, then this was a disappointment. But also,
And it
it
was a
made
reason
you
to bring someone else. It was,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. It meant that you were not good enough, and that you needed to be replaced. So if you can be replaced with another woman, that means that that other woman is not your friend. She's your enemy, and you're
yeah,
in war with her, because it's either you or her. And if it's always either you or her, then you can't ask for help, because you have to succeed. If you're asking for help, then you're not good enough. You will be replaced. So if
yeah,
this goes way back. It's in our body, because these kind of beliefs are becoming a part of our DNA as women. And it's karma. It's coming with us as women, but we change that when we become aware of it, and we choose to have a different belief, but we also choose to live in a different way, and we choose to teach our children and our daughters something different. So we always say in our lives, we like to be cycle breakers. We like to break the cycles from past karma, from beliefs that have been going through in our families and generation of women. So this is one of these things, that you always have to succeed on your own, and that other women, it's either you or them,
yeah,
to
yeah.
prove
To prove
yourself,
that you are a
your
good wife,
worth.
that you
Yes.
bringing what
It,
the results that they're looking for. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah. And
but there were also times that where when women used to go when they had this cycle to the red
the
tent,
red tent,
and
the
when they gave
matriarch
birth,
cultures.
yeah, they gave birth and they were there for one another. And when I gave birth, I said, oh my God, I want to go to that place too. I need that support so much. And why am I
Yeah.
not doing it anymore? So finding myself at that point was like I said before. I think all the time when I learned how to stop doing things by myself, it was the first time it happened was when I was a mom.
Hmm.
When I had my girl, Taylor, the eldest one, because this is the first time I think that the price. Let's talk about that. I think that the price was higher than what it usually be. And there's always a price that we are paying when we choose not to take help. And
Yeah.
I think I think when we get to the point that we do ask for help is because the turning point is because the price is so high that we are not willing to take it. I mean, the price of not taking help versus the price of do asking for help is higher. So we are
Yeah.
saying when we get to the point that we are trying and trying and trying, we're struggling. And you remember we had a live about that, about overdoing and trying to do it all up by ourselves. So
Yeah.
we're
We're like
trying to
that.
do everything. Yeah, we're trying to do everything by ourselves. We're trying to prove that we're worthy. We're trying to get external validation. We have that live too. So we
Hmm.
feel that, and then we see that it's not possible. It's not possible. And then we say, okay, I'm going to ask for help. Like I have to. Or maybe someone else is actually telling us, listen, you got to get help. Yeah.
Yeah. And you talked about the red tent, and it brought up a memory in me, and I just want to quickly share that, because I feel like I got a little experience of a red tent, um, after my birth, after the birth of my son, because it wasn't, I didn't ask for it, but it was kind of created around me, because I have had a bit of a traumatic childbirth. I guess most childbirths can be traumatic, but I had a difficult
Right. You
childbirth,
had a
and
difficult experience.
yes, and my mom was here, and she came before I gave birth. But after I gave birth, I for the first few days I couldn't talk to you and our other sisters. I For the first few days I didn't want to talk to anybody. But then 2 days after I gave birth, our sister Sharon, she called me and she said, like, why aren't you talking to us? And the minute she said that, I started crying, and I started talking to her and sharing, and she just said, I'm coming. I'm coming. And her and our older sister, they both came. I know you couldn't come because you had your own young baby.
Myself, yeah. But you need
You
to
did.
understand she's in another country, okay? So they coming over mean they took a plane immediately.
A flight the same day. They took a flight to come here, and I got back home the day after, and they arrived. And I remember that one of the first moments that I was back asleep in my own bed, and I woke up to the smell of mom's cooking. And she cooked for everybody in the house. There were so many people at that point. I was locked in the room, but there were so many people who came to help. And I woke up and I just thought, this is the best smell I ever smelled. And then my sisters came and my mom came and they gave me the baby and they helped me nurse. And in that moment, I felt like this is what it was like in matriarch cultures, where you were surrounded, and there was the woman who knew how to breastfeed and the woman who cooked, and there was the emotional support, and everybody had a role. So, like you said,
And
this
they
wasn't
got your
always
back.
like this. What?
They all got your back.
They all got my back, and not only mine, but my baby's. I knew that he was in good hands, which made me feel safe enough to rest. Because if
Exactly.
you're a little boy or little baby is not safe, you cannot rest, right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I feel like this is a part of what we're trying to create here in Life Bloom. This is what we're creating, the sense of we got this together. You don't have to grow all on your own. You have a support system to help. One of us is good with healing, one of us is good with time management, like we can grow together and do it so much easier, so much faster, so much more heart centered and aligned. And I just wanted to share that because I felt like
And
this
also
was,
we understand.
we understand. Yeah, we understand.
Yeah. We just understand that we've been there or we're gonna be there and we just get it.
We get it.
Yeah.
So back
I
to
think
our,
that yeah, back to what we were saying about the prices. I think that first of all, in order to understand that we need to get help, we need to acknowledge the price that we are paying at that moment. It's very important because many times it's something that we just miss. We just miss that. We think it's normal and it's not normal. So the first thing is the emotional price. If we
mhm,
don't have an example, from my life, from my experience, the first time that I felt that I got to get help, and it was difficult, was when my daughter Taylor, when she was born. For the first 5 weeks, apparently I didn't breastfeed her properly. She didn't eat. She
you
wasn't
didn't
able
know.
to. I didn't know that at the time, that she wasn't eating properly, and she didn't sleep more than 20 minutes in a row. Every 20 minutes, the girl was wake up screaming. Okay, screaming so loud that she couldn't breathe. She would get purple, and people would have told me your girl is choking, and I was like, oh no, this is the way she cried. I thought it's normal because I didn't have anyone else to compare to. For 5 weeks, the first 5 weeks of being a mom was not sleeping for
Wow.
me and for my husband over 20 minutes in a row. And we kept on changing. And then he go to work. So during the day and during the night, I didn't get more sleep than that. And only when I stopped breastfeeding and started giving her a bottle, I understood that she was just hungry. So all of a sudden she started eating. She could sleep. I didn't know that before. And and then she started sleeping a little bit better, but she was already very, very anxious and
Mhm,
very angry. And this is how I felt. Obviously, she wasn't angry, but I felt like I already had like a disconnection with her, and it was very
mm,
difficult. Like going into kind of slight depression, and then I said to my husband, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. That's all I want at this moment from life. This is my the top of my dreams, just to
Yeah.
sleep 1 minutes. And then we took a sleeping mentor for babies. I don't know what's the name of
Sleep
that. The whisper for the baby.
consultant. No,
Oh
sleep
yeah,
consultant.
for babies. Yeah, and she I remember the first time I talked to her on the phone. She said, "In 3 weeks, everything will work out." And I said, "3 weeks? I will pay you any price that you want." Okay, because for me, I thought 3 weeks I'll get sleep. That's amazing. And I remember telling that to our sisters, and they told us, "No, it's normal that babies don't sleep." And I said, "No, but I don't feel normal anymore. I feel that I cannot bear anyone. I couldn't bear my husband. I was so close to divorcing him because we were both so angry at each other, so tired. We were just so tired. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't. I remember going to the shower and falling asleep in the shower, and then her,
It's a difficult
and
time.
yeah, it was very difficult. And in less than 3 weeks, my kid started to sleep a whole night, and I felt like a dream. And I took this knowledge with me to the next kids. I have 4 kids, so with the rest of them, I already knew what to do, and it was amazing because they're sleeping full nights almost from the beginning. And I remember thinking, why didn't I do it sooner? Why did I wait for 5 weeks of miserably being very, very, very difficult emotions that I felt, because I felt like I'm a bad mom. I don't love my daughter. I'm mad at her that she's not sleeping. I'm mad at myself. I imagined something completely different after giving
The
birth. Yeah, I
cycle.
had, yeah, how it should be, and I was so far away from what my imagination was, like lovey-dovey, and me and my husband
Let me
hugging our.
ask you something. Let
Yeah.
me ask you something. After you took this sleep consultant and the change happened, what
Mhm.
did you feel? I was weak and I failed for asking help, or did you feel, oh my God, this is amazing. Why didn't I do it sooner? Did you have that sense of like I was weak and I failed? Oh, I think I.
Okay. I think it's my internet.
We're back. No. Yeah.
My internet. I think it's my internet
Okay.
connection. So actually, I thought this is amazing. Why they didn't do it sooner? And it immediately took me to look for more consultants to other things that I haven't thought about. I remember opening Google and writing babies consultant. Just whatever you got,
Whatever you can give me.
give it to
That's the
me. I'm
thing.
not going to suffer anymore.
That's the thing. That's what I wanted to point to. That this thought of I'm weak and I fail if I ask for help, it only exists before we ask for help. After we ask for help, you just enjoy the change and the transformation and how much easier and better it is. Even when you take like someone that to help you clean your house or whatever it is. I don't know if you want to have something to help with your body or nutrition, whatever. This thing of why can't I do it
Folding the laundry.
myself? Folding the laundry. It
I
only
did that. It's
exists, this
amazing.
judgment, this self-judgment is only existing when you think I should I do it or shouldn't I do it. After you do it, you actually are just you're enjoying the fruits of this decision. You don't still have the self-judgment. So it kind of
Yeah.
takes a little bit of belief that this judgment won't come with me after I make this decision to take the jump.
Exactly. And really the prices are so high. I mean, there's the emotional price. I was angry all the
Physical.
time. I couldn't, I was just, I didn't have any patience to anything. I was angry at myself, angry at my husband, had been angry at my baby. There was the physical price that I was just exhausted, completely exhausted. I gained a lot of weight after giving birth. I think I'm the only person in the universe that after giving birth, I just kept on gaining weight, because everyone told me, oh, you're going to lose, the baby comes out, so you're going to lose weight. No. And you're breastfeeding, you're going to lose weight. No, no. I kept on gaining weight because I didn't
Me
sleep.
too. Me
You
too.
too?
But it
Okay.
was because I was because I was nursing and they told me I need to drink a lot of root beer. And I drank like 3 liters of root beer, which is basically wheat. So it's like eating 3 loaves of bread. I gained another like six
Who told
kilograms
you
only
that?
after our sisters.
Oh, no, no. Don't listen to
It's
them
another
next time.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, next
So,
time, no.
and also I think there was like the family, the price that my, the relationship with my husband there. And I said
With your
folding the
children.
laundry, I gave that example for, yeah, exactly. So now I have my kids are older now, and about a few months ago, I felt very frustrated because we have a lot of kids, a lot of laundry, which is a good thing because it means I have clothes for them, and I'm very, I'm very happy that I have that to give them. But at the same time, there's a lot of laundry to fold, and I tell them, help me. I mean, it's your laundry, and I have two of them are teenage, so you can understand that there is more laundry there because it's either they try it on and throw it on the floor, but doesn't go back to the closet even if they don't wear it. So there's a lot of laundry. And I kept telling them, fold the laundry. And I saw that I keep on fighting with them every single day. We had that fight. You didn't fold the laundry yesterday. It's been here for a week. Now there is more. Why are you not listening to me? And I kept on being angry. And then our sister told me, listen, just take someone and pay her 20 shekels for an hour, which is, it's about, it's like $5 or $6, and just pay her, and she's gonna pay she's gonna fold the
Do the
laundry. It's gonna
laundry.
take, yeah. And someone came and she did it in 1 hour, so it cost me $4 or $5, and I was like, oh my god, why didn't I do it again?
It's
And
gone.
I went with my kids to the playground, and I came back and everything was folded, and she was telling me, next time tell me where to put it in the closet, so I'll put it as well. And I was like, oh my god,
Magic.
this is the best investment ever. I mean, and I thought it was so funny that I kept being angry for weeks at my daughters why there's so much laundry, and this was solved like that for $4. That's the cost of it. That's what I'm paying, and the emotional
But
price,
on the
the
other
relationship.
side, you're
Yeah,
the paying on one side, and that's what we talked about, right? How one side, how the price starts to become too heavy, and the other, you understand that it costs you more not to do anything than to do something. But here, we talked in the beginning about how you have to prioritize according to your values, and you understood that
exactly.
for you, having a good relationship with your kids and having an afternoon of connection and joy
And
and
having
having fun
fun.
together is more important than making them do this one chore. And whatever, some people might say, but you have to teach them about being responsible. But yes, there are many ways to teach them about being responsible
Mhm.
and doing things at home. And if this one particular thing is costing you with a happy, healthy afternoon every day, then it's your values say, then what's more important here, right?
Yeah,
which
exactly,
which price
exactly.
am I
So
willing to pay?
like being a nurse mom, but no laundry, or being a happy mom with a good time, having a good time with my kids, and someone else
Yeah,
doing the laundry for me. Yeah,
yeah.
obviously, yeah. So I think this is something very important that I want just to pay attention. Um, Checking what are my values, because each one of us have different values. What I prioritize things by my values. What is more important to me, to be that person or that person? If I'll get help, I will have more time to do things, emotionally available for things. So there is a price that we are paying. Are we willing to pay the price? Is it worth it? Is it in our values? And I think one of the reasons when I was struggling, taking this girl that did the laundry, I thought, like, what is gonna say about me if I
Mm.
that I can't handle with the
Hmm.
managing my I can't handle with the chores of the house. That's what it says about me, that I'm not a good wife. um, but then
Yeah.
this question, what does it say about me? I took it back in, and it says, no, it says that you want to be a happy mom. It says that it's more important to you to be with your kids and not to fight with them all the time. And I thought that is very important that I got it.
And also, if we look at just the fact that you're asking yourself this question, what does it say about me, means that you're linking your self-worth to house chores. And is it really what I want to look at my self-worth for? Does really
Yeah.
not having a folded laundry say something about my self-worth, about how good of a
Mhm.
woman and a mother and a wife, whatever. So just noticing that when we measure ourselves according to did I succeed doing it alone or not, that's what we're saying to ourselves. We're saying that I'm not good enough because I did not succeed in doing this alone. Is this the truth? Is it the
Yeah,
truth that you're not good enough because you didn't succeed on doing whatever it is that you set for yourself alone and you needed to ask for help? Why do you tell yourself that you're less than because you asked for help? And we can
exactly.
learn, we can, I mean, looking at the social media space again, most of social media, or the good side of social media, is learning from people who've done it before you, learning
Yes.
something new from someone who has done it and he has now a shortcut and he can make it faster, he can make it more efficient. That's the happy side, the good side of social media, right?
Yeah,
And I
and
think,
it's a good thing that you mentioned that, because I remember when I just started to be an entrepreneur, and 15 years ago, the first time I had my own business, and I remember there was like two things there. For in this one point of view, I said, okay, I want to take a mentor to teach me, to shorten the way. I didn't know then where to start, so I felt like I have to, and I did. I took the first year, I just opened the business and I took a mentor. It cost a lot of money. I didn't have that money, but I said,
I
I don't
remember.
know where to start, so I have to take someone to show me the way. And I did that, and I appreciate that a lot. And at the same time, I kept thinking, well, I hope that because I have the mentor, I won't be like less valued because I didn't learn it by myself. But then
Hmm.
during the years, I understood that this really is a shortcut. And it's amazing to have a mentor that already did that. He went
Yeah.
through that way. He was struggling. He learned a lot, and now he gave it to me. And I need to practice my own way. I will still go my own path. I will still have my own difficulties to go through. But at least I have someone there, like with a lighthouse and showing me, hey, this is the way. You still need to walk that way by yourself, but I'm here. I'm showing you
Hmm.
there's light over there, and it's much easier than to go in the dark. And I remember that every year I said to myself, I want mentor. Every few years I said, like, okay, now I feel that I'm in a point that I'm stuck. I need a mentor for the next step, and it doesn't make me less because I still walked the way. There was still my
Hmm.
unique way I had to go
Yeah.
through.
I think every
Yeah.
big business owner takes help. First of all, having people work underneath you, that's help, but takes help with growing because they just
Yeah.
understand that if you want to grow exponentially and not take baby steps, then you need the shortcuts that learning from someone that has done it so many times before can give you. But you touched on a point that I also want to quickly touch on, and that is how I personally had the fear of if I don't do it myself, then it means it's not mine and it's not my
Mm.
voice and I'm like copying someone else. Um, but I feel like for me, it was mostly about trusting my voice and trusting that, like you said, I'm the one walking the path. Even if I'm getting help from someone else, or even if I'm learning from someone else, I will still make it my own because it's my voice. It's through me. I think it's more specific. It's not like maybe relevant to house chores
Yeah.
because you don't need a special way to fold your laundry.
It's
Maybe you
also
do.
help. It's also
Uh-huh.
getting help. It's also getting help. Like we get help in a lot of areas in our life.
Yeah. I mean, with business, it's very relevant. The specific thing about like having my own unique voice.
And
But I
also
want to
in
go.
relationship, in the past, a lot of people didn't go like to a parents counseling or to couple
Mhm.
counseling because they were like, okay, we got married. Why can't we work that
We
that
need to
thing?
figure it
Why it's
out.
not or okay or now a lot of people get divorced really quickly, and I really believe in that every person has its way and have like the gift that he have, and I can't have all the gifts. I mean, okay, if I want to work on my relationship, I better go and ask for help for someone that this is his gift, helping people with their relationship, and I have my own gift, and I will
Mhm.
be me, being me and my best, and give my my knowledge to other and my help to other. But at the same time, I know that this is not what I'm strong at, and I'm going to ask for
I
help
love
there.
that. I
And
love it.
I think yes, I heard Dean Graziosi was interviewing someone and he said each person has his own voice, and some people could only hear your voice. And
Mm-hmm.
that was because you said like feeling that you're copying someone. So some people can only hear your voice, and they're waiting for your voice to be heard. They're like over there searching, where is she? Where is
Searching.
she?
And I
Yeah.
feel like when you said that now, I have my own gift and everybody has their own gift. It takes some of the pressure off, right? Because you say, I can't have all the gifts. That's just not how a life works. So it only
Yeah.
makes sense. It only makes sense that I would use their gift and they would use my gift. And it kind of takes the weight off your shoulders that says, I don't need to know everything on my own. I know what I
Mhm.
know, but they know
Yeah.
what they know. And that's great that we can share and we can learn from each other. I like it. I
Mhm.
really like it that you added that. It feels like it's a weight lifted off my shoulders. Um,
That's,
I would really
yeah.
like to maybe like give a little
Tools.
exercise or a little tool. Yeah.
Let's
Let's
start like with the tools, and then we'll do the exercise. How about that?
no, that's what I'm talking about. The easy one first.
Okay, so I think the easy one is the tools. I love practical tools. So I think first of all, if we want to take that into practice, yeah, we want to really do that. So I'm gonna take it for myself, and I recommend you to do the same. Like to just take a look at your week, maybe your schedule for this week, and write down three things that you feel that is draining you, that's difficult for you. And it can be at your work, it can be with your kids, it can be at chores in the house. Three things that you feel is really taking the energy from you, taking the air,
Hmm.
and then choose one of them and think how you can just pass it on, ask for help. Is it someone you can pay for to do it? And by the way, I think this is one of the things I didn't say it before that I noticed, because when we moved to this house, so we live in a very big house right now, and this is our home. And before that, we lived on rental, and it was a smaller apartment. And when we moved here, the first thing I told my husband is, "How am I going to clean that house? I mean, it's a very big house." And he said, "We'll manage." And I said, "Well, I don't want to try and manage that and feel struggle with that, because immediately I thought it's going to take me hours. I'm going to find help with that." And then he told me it's gonna cost a lot. And I told him, let me find out how much it's cost. And then we found out it doesn't cost so much. I mean, the
As
same
much as you
hours,
thought.
yeah, the same hours. If I'll be working, I'll be earning more than that. And then I said, well, the price and the cost. I mean, it's very easy to see what's the price and how it's going to cost me emotionally, and how it's going to cost me if if won't work in those hours. And I understood immediately that I do want to take that help. So first of all, choose three things that missions, the things that you have in your schedule that drains you. One of them, you can check out how are you going to ask for help, or to pass it on, and remind yourself all the time that you're actually asking for help because you're going to earn something else from it. And write down what is it, because this is
Hmm.
very important. You know
Yeah.
what it will allow you, what it's going to give you. If it's going to give you emotional relief, be less, more calm, more time for your kids, for yourself, maybe time for yourself. That's so important, especially being a mom and working and all that. Just knowing that I'm going to take this help because, and you need to feel the rest, because how good it's going to make me feel, because the time I'm going to have, and just
What will
practice
it
that.
allow you to do?
Yeah, and obviously
Well,
share with us. Yeah, practice and
yeah.
share. Come and write in the comments.
And
Yeah.
also, when you do that, be specific and be clear with your request, right? Because we can sometimes like go, oh, can you maybe help me with the house? I need a little bit of help cleaning the house. Be clear, be
How
specific,
you want it to be.
and say exactly what you need. Because if you don't say exactly what you need, number one, the other side is not going to understand. And then we're bound to misunderstanding and feeling disappointment and guilt and frustration.
And we might
And
do it
saying,
again, by the way. We might do it again because it wasn't the way we wanted.
Yes, but it's a way of kind of not saying exactly what you need, as a way of staying like in the safe zone, right? So
Yeah.
it takes courage to be clear and direct about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that. Yara, how about an exercise? Do
Okay,
you
so an
want
exercise to do right here, right now. So
with
if you
us?
take a moment, yes, with us. So if you take a moment with yourself, and you can, if you want, you can close your eyes if that feels good. You can maybe place one hand on your heart or on your belly. Just take a breath. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale on again and exhale. And I'm going to say a sentence, and I want you to fill in the blank. Say the first word that comes to your head, to your heart, whatever. There's no wrong answer. Let's say 2, 3 sentences. Number 1, if I ask for help, that means I am. Fill in the blank. If I ask for help, that means I am. Okay. Another sentence. I need to do everything by myself, and then I will be. I need to do everything by myself, and then I will be. Okay, good. So open your eyes again,
Oh,
and
I
you
have to.
have no what?
I have to share.
You go ahead, share. I'll also share.
Okay. Well, the first sentence that you said, I felt happy. Like I'm gonna be happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
And the second one, wow, the second one that I felt, the first words that came into my mind that I will be exhausted, and it felt so heavy. And I thought, why am I feeling exhausted? And then I noticed that you said the word need. I need, and not I choose or I want or I
Mhm.
can. Like there is no option there. I need to, and it felt so
Can't
so
breathe.
heavy. Yeah, like exactly. It felt all of a sudden like my body is just, feel like, oh, leave me alone. I don't have to. I don't wanna.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, that's great because that means you changed your beliefs already.
thank God.
For me, it wasn't like that. I said
No.
if I'm asking for help, it means I'm weak. That's what came up, and I need to do everything by myself to prove that I'm worthy. That's what came up.
Mm.
Yeah. So now I want to ask,
Write down what you
and
got. Down.
write down what you have. Yes, write down for yourself, and also in the comments if you feel like sharing.
Oh,
We would love to
yes.
hear it. Um, and I want to bring you back to your body. And I want you to look at these sentences, look at this belief. You can choose one of them and ask yourself honestly, is this the ultimate truth? If I ask for help, then that means that I am whatever it is. Is this the ultimate truth? Feel it in your body. And if not, what do I want to feel instead? What do I want to choose to embody in my life instead? So if I ask for help, then I am. And if I need to do it all on my own, and that means that I am. Or maybe we can change that second sentence to um,
You
I
choose.
don't I choose to do it all. I choose what to do. I
Yeah,
would say
you
more
choose.
something, I choose what to do, and that is because I am. I
Mm-hmm.
choose what to do, and that is because I am.
Mm-hmm.
So now choose one of these sentences that you feel most powerful with. And now really place your hands to touch your heart, touch your belly, and say that to your body. I choose what to do, and that is because I am. If I get help, if I ask for help, that means that I am. And I want you to say this to your body again and again. and again. And in the first few sentences, maybe it feels a bit uncomfortable because your body is not used to that. But say it again and accept it into your body. Say yes to it. Say yes to it. And breathe in. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Exhale out. Say it one more time. Inhale and exhale. If I ask for help, that means that I am. This is my new belief. I choose to do whatever I want in my life because I am.
Yeah.
Good. Now, if you want, you can give yourself a hug. I always love to close with a self hug. And slowly blink your eyes open.
I thought that if I am I'm asking for a help, it means that I am aware and I am listening to, what are my needs. Yeah.
I said worthy in this part. If I ask for
Good.
help, it means that I'm worthy. What
Yeah.
was your second one?
My second
I
one was
choose.
worthy. I choose to ask for help because I'm worthy. Yeah.
I said I can. I choose what I want to do because I can.
Because I'm worthy. And you said because you can. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I can.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that exercise. I can recommend you something that I do. We don't see what I have back here, but if I'm going to show it, I have like all these, I have a paper there with all kind of sentences that I write down for myself because this is my office. So in the morning, I just take the curtain and I look at the sentences and I said it to myself. So you can take this sentence that you just said from this exercise, write it down on a paper, and just put it somewhere that you see every day, every
Mm-hmm.
morning, like on routine, and just say that to yourself. I do that. You don't see it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a lot of here in my room. I have a lot of paper
Yeah.
here. All
I love doing it on the mirror, sticking a sentence that I'm working on and putting it on the mirror, because you go to the mirror all the time when you're in in the bathroom brushing your teeth before you go to sleep, and then your eyes just jump to it. And the great thing is your eyes jump to it while you're also looking at yourself. And if you
Yeah,
can do this while you're looking into your own eyes, then it's so powerful, because you're actually looking to your own eyes as if you are the most important person. For a child, the most important person is their parents. And if your
yeah,
mom or your father is looking into your eyes and telling you how amazing you are, then it goes straight into your body. So doing these exercises while looking to yourself in the eyes in the
mhm.
mirror, for me, it's just completely, I definitely feel it in my body in an instant. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I do that as well. I just look in the mirror and tell myself, what I appreciate myself. I love myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think if we kind of summarize everything together, so first of all, we're not measured by what we do by yourself. I feel that since I started asking for help, first of all, I became more calm and had more time for myself, for my kids. And I really appreciate every time that I ask for help. First of all, I appreciate myself for being able to be honest with myself and tell myself, listen, you need help. And this is because I prioritize these things before others. I prioritize the time with my kids, the time with myself. And I understand the cost, and I'm not willing to pay the cost of being frustrated and miserable because I need to take everything on myself. So I feel that really being honest with myself and asking myself, is this worth it or not, is something that really helps me choosing to ask for help. And remember that every time that you ask for help, it's like a muscle. You get used to
Mm.
it, and will see that people around you want to help you. And if they don't want to help you, take someone and pay him to help you. Pay them, and they will help you. Probably very happy to be there for you. Yeah, and sometimes the cost, the price you're paying is so high, and then when you find out how how much relief and how much joy it brought into your life. You say, why didn't I do it for sooner?
Yeah. Really remember that whenever you have the sensation of I shouldn't ask for help, look at what you think it says about your self-worth. This can be like a little light bulb moment for you. Why shouldn't I ask for help? And then you will know, because it means I'm not worthy, because it means I'm weak, because whatever. Ask yourself, is this the truth? Reflect about what you link to your self-worth. And do this moment of changing this belief, taking this new sentence that you have right now, let it into your body. So really work on that throughout the week, because like you said, like if it's a muscle, asking for help and changing a belief, it's
Mhm.
a repetitive work. So really recommend to take this with you. And as always, we say that if there is someone in your life you know and love that is struggling with this topic, then share this with them, because that's what we do in a community. We share the knowledge, we expand, and we help each other. So please share this with someone you love. And yeah.
Yes, and join our Life Bloom community. It is growing now, and it's going to be amazing. We're there for one another, and this is exactly what we wish for: to be honest with each other and bring up who we are,
Mhm.
so we can grow together, dedicated to self-awareness and personal growth. And if you haven't seen our live about external validation, stop seeking for external validation. This is really related to this topic. If you are this person that is waiting for someone else to validate you and you don't know why you can't find validation from yourself, so go and listen to that, check it out, and also comment. We're going to read all of it. We're going to answer to you. Can't wait to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See you the next
Bye.
one next week.
See you
Bye
next
bye.
week. Same time. Right.